Good afternoon, kids. I know that you have been struggling hard to excel in the final examination, which is approaching. Schools are now opening gradually. You all are in a bit of confusion because you're not well prepared for that. How will you face the examination? As I have been discussing, as I have been discussing with you every time that things are not so difficult as you are thinking. It can be taken easily and can be tackled with your wit. Only, only your effort, sincere effort, at the same time, little bit of devotion will help you to come out in flying colors. The exams are the same. I know you have been struggling hard in these days due to this COVID-19 situations. And later, when suddenly it is declared that all the schools will be offline, people are fearing to go to school. There have been a long absence. They did not attend the school. Now they are little bit sluggish and do not want to attend classes. They want to attend online only. Some of the kids are found to be, stuck in the confusion whether to attend the class or not to attend the class. They are in a confusion that online was fine, no offline needed. Now they are thinking that offline is okay because teachers are of the view that the offline classes are very important for the kids, at least for ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And for junior classes also, they are a playful kids. They want to enjoy into the school field. They want to get new friends in the schools. So some of them has, curiosity to attend the school as soon as possible. Some of them are sluggish enough, they do not want to attend the class. But my effort is only to help you to come out of this confusion and to face the consequences. You are the students, you are the brave kids. You have to be prepared for the final examination, and little bit of my assistance will help you if you are willing to learn. These days are very important. You can easily come with flying colors. So my concurrent lecture is on quadratic equation, which I want to hush up very quickly. As I told you, I'm not going to discuss all the questions, only the important questions are to be discussed here. So question number 4 of exercise 4.2, question number 4 I'm taking. That question number 4 says two consecutive positive integers. So at first you should know what are the two consecutive positive integers. What are the two positive consecutive integers? So let me tell you. Consecutive means coming continuously. If one of the integer, as they say it is positive integer, is x, the second integer will be just after that. It is the successor of this. So what is the successor of this? The second integer is x plus 1. And according to question, the sum of their squares, that means square of first one plus square of the second one, adds up to 365. So if you expand it, this is x square and this is x square plus 2x plus 1. By using formula of a plus b whole square, you're getting 365. Here I'm getting 2x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 is minus 364. is 0. Now I will try to make it little lighter because 2 is common throughout. So if you take 2 common, this will help you in factorization. If you take common and make it little lighter. 2 1 is 2, 2 8 is 16, 2 2 is 4, and that is 0. So the equation I'm getting in standard form is x square plus x minus 182 is 0 upon 2, which gives rise to 0. Now my work is to simplify this equation by middle term splitting. For that I'll go for prime factorization. This is very important. You might have learned it in class 7th, 8th and 13 7 ja. So you're getting 13 into 14 as the factor. So if you factorize it, you will get x square 14x minus 13x, as you know middle term very well till now. And now by pairing method, I can get two factors. If take x common, x plus 14. If take minus 13 common, it is x plus 14. Again, I am hinting you that if you take minus common, the sign changes. Don't ignore this thing. Don't be in a hurry. Give time. Make the factors 0. Each factors will give you values of x, that is roots of the quadratic equation, that is 13, and another one is x equal to minus 14, which is rejected because the question says they are positive. Rejected because the question says according to question. So one of the number is 13, the other integer is 13 plus 1, and that is 14. So what's the answer? 13 and 14 are the positive integers. So this is your answer. I think you might have understood this, no doubt in it. So I'm going to the next question now. Question 5. This question says the altitude of right triangle is 7 less than its base. So what do? You draw a right triangle, because whenever right triangle comes, Pythagoras theorem plays a very important role. So the question says the altitude, means this is the altitude, height, AB is the altitude, is 7 cm less than its base. So if you let base BC to be x, the altitude AB will be x minus 7 according to question, and its hypotenuse is 13 cm. So this is 13 cm, base is x cm, this is x minus 7 cm. Now clear cut, this is an example of Pythagoras theorem. So if you use Pythagoras theorem in this condition, you will get hypotenuse square equal to altitude square plus base square, that is 13 square. 13 is the hypotenuse, this is the hypotenuse, because the side opposite to right angle is the longest side, and that is hypotenuse. So x square plus x minus 7 whole square. All these things are helping you in framing a quadratic equation here using formula. Again, x square plus 14x plus 49. So you are getting 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169 is 0. The equation is 2x square minus 40x, 14x minus 120 is 0. Again, you make it little lighter by taking 2 common. X square minus 7x minus 60 is 0. So the equation is x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0 upon 2 is 0. So I got an quadratic equation in standard form, x square minus 7x minus 60 as 0. Now you have to split this. The sum is minus 7 and the product is minus 60. You have to look for the prime factorization of 60, which gives you sum as 7 and product as 60. So if you go for prime factorization, every time I will tell you to factorize it and keep it checking every time whether you're getting your required condition satisfied or not. So we give it by 3 by 5, no further factorization possible. So I can make a pair of 10 and how will you make the pair? 12 and 5. So you can factorize it like this. 12 5 is 60 and minus 12x plus 5x gives minus 7x. Signs are very important because if you do mistake in this, you will get wrong answer. So selection of signs is very important, and then you will get the factors also correct. And if you select the wrong sign, you will get no correct answer. So if x minus 12 is 0, x gives 12 and x plus 5 is 0, then x gives minus 5. Again, this will be rejected because it cannot be the length because length is a scalar quantity. Rejected because distance cannot be negative. So I reject this. I'm selecting this 12 as the answer. So this 12 is the base. So you can say BC is 12 cm, AB is 12 minus 7, that is 5 cm. And in the same sum, sometimes it is asked to find the area of the triangle. So that also you can calculate by simply using the formula half base into altitude. So area is half into 12 into 5. So that is 60 upon 2, that is 30 cm squares. So if they are willing to increase one more mark, they will ask you this type of question. Adding on, also find the area. A little bit of mensuration will be added with the quadratic equation to manifest the sum. So that you can manage very well. If you get altitude and base, you can calculate the area of the triangle also. Going to second question of this exercise, that is the last one. That is the last one which I am using here, question number 6. It says real world problem here. Cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery article in a day. Certain number of pottery article in a day. It is observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than the twice the number of articles produced on that day. So if the total cost of production on daily basis is 90, number of articles produced and the cost of each article. So the first part is how many articles are produced and what is the cost of each article. So these are two important things to be taken from this big sum. So you will let number of articles produced per day equal to X, and according to question cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced. Cost of each article according to question is 3 more than twice. That means how will you write? Make it twice first and then increase it by 3. So this is this much rupees. So what is the total cost? You know, mathematics is little bit use of brain, because if you want to calculate the total cost, what will you do? Number of articles produced multiplied by cost of each article multiplied by cost of each article. This will give you the total cost. So suppose you are producing X article here, because you let it X, and the cost of one article is 2x plus 3. So what is the total cost in rupees? That is going to be 2x square plus 3x. This is in terms of X, but the question gives it that is equal to 90. The total cost is equal to, according to question, is 90. So if you bring it to left side, you are again getting a quadratic equation in standard form. And there is nothing to be taken common here, so you cannot make it little lighter. You simply think that A into C gives you the product. A into C gives you the product, that is minus 90 into 2 minus 180, and sum is 3. So I'll go for the prime factorization of 180, and I think 12 into 15 will be the factor. 12 into 15. This is the appropriate factor. So 2x square and plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 is 0. So I split it into two parts. 12 into 15 is 180, and 15 minus 12 is plus 3. Here you can take x common, 2x plus 15. Then how much common? 6 common. 2x, again I'm taking negative common, so the sign changes. 6, 15 are 90, and make it 0. So you've got two factors, 2x plus 15 and x minus 6, and both are simultaneously 0. So if 2x plus 15 is 0 or x minus 6 is 0, this gives x equal to negative 15 by 2, which is again not acceptable because items cannot be negative. Give the reason. Items cannot be negative, hence not acceptable. So x equal to 6, this is the number of items produced. So you can say number of articles produced per day is equal to 6, and cost of each article is equal to twice of 6 plus 3. So it is 15 rupees. 15 is the cost of each article, and you can observe very easily that if you find the product of this 15 into 6, that is 90. So your answer is in your hand. You can check it very easily, you're correct or wrong. So far we have discussed this process, how to solve quadratic equation by middle term splitting method. Maybe little bit of difficult question will come, easy questions will come, but in all those cases, if you have learned the technique how to factorize by splitting middle term, you can very easily come out with the answer, and you can check it whether you are correct or incorrect. Now, next time, in my previous lecture, I discussed about another method of completing a square. So this is a new topic, solution of quadratic equation by square completing method. By square completing method. I'm repeating the thing because I've completed the square once in my previous lecture. Square completing method was given by some Indian mathematician, as I discussed in early lecture. So I'm going to discuss the first question only from the exercise. Question 1, chapter number 14.4.3. Exercise 4.3 of NCERT. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation if they exist, This time they tell you to know in advance that if the roots exist or not. I have given you a formula, that is D stands for discriminant, and that is b square minus 4ac. And if D is greater than 0 or D is equal to 0, real factors are possible. Real factors are possible. So at first, what shall I do? In all these questions, I will try to know whether the factorization is possible or not. As I told you, we cannot just go for factorization in one go. You can better check whether factorization is possible or not. So here, comparing with this equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, with the standard equation, I am finding a to be 2, b to be minus 7, and c is 3. What I told you to find? Find b square minus 4ac. Find d. So check whether what condition is holding good. So b square means minus 7 ka square minus 4 into 2 into 3, 49 minus 24. You are getting 25. 25 is greater than 0. Hence, real and distinct root is possible. Distinct means different. Real and distinct roots are possible. So you can very easily find the factors here because the condition is satisfied. D is greater than 0, hence factorization is possible. So the first part, that if they exist, that is clear here, the factor is existing. Now I have an option to do it by middle term splitting method, but this time they say you to do it by square completing method. So have a glimpse of this method and how do we do this sum by square completing method. As I told you, my first objective is to make this coefficient of x square free by dividing it by 2 throughout. So you write here a step, dividing the quadratic equation by 2 on both sides. So you'll get x square minus 7 by 2x plus 3 by 2 equal to 0 by 2. As you know, this is 0 only, so 7 by 2x plus 3 by 2 is 0. Better I should go to the next page because I'll use some formula here. X square minus 7 by 2x plus 3 by 2 equal to 0. Here I'm going to use a square minus 2ab plus b square is a useful formula which will convert it into complete square. So for that, whatever I want to do, that I'll do. So this is a square minus 2 into a. As I told you, divide this by this thing, you will get b. So that is 7 by 4, I think. This is b, this is a, this is 2. So 2ab. Now what should I do? I will write b square to complete the square. Since this is not the part of the equation, so I'll subtract the same thing from here and add the last term 3 by 2 which is left undisturbed. Take these three parts, you are getting this as complete square, x minus 7 by 4 whole square. Why? Because a square minus 2 into a into b plus b square is a minus b whole square. That is 49 by 16. Bringing it to right side, minus 3 by 2. And further, if you simplify it, you get 16 as LCM, 49 minus 24. That is 25 by 16. So if you further simplify it, x minus 7 by 4 whole square is equal to 25 by 16. So x minus 7 by 4 is equal to plus minus root over 25 by 16. That gives you plus minus 5 by 4. So x minus 7 by 4 is equal to plus pi by 4, 5 by 4 once, and x minus 7 by 4 equal to minus 5 by 4 in second step. So x equal to 7 by 4 plus 5 by 4 gives 12 by 4, or that on simplification gives 3. And x equal to 7 by 4 minus 5 by 4, that is 2 by 4, on simplification that gives 1 by 2. So the roots are different, you find it. Roots are different. One of the root is 3 and half. So 3 and half are the roots of this quadratic equation. Hence 3 and half is the answer. As a solution set, you can write 3 comma half answer. So saying this as the answer means if you put x as 3 here, the equation will get satisfied, and if you put half here, the equation will get satisfied. This is my first sum of exercise 4.3. Eventually I am finishing this lecture here. I hope that you might have understood this thing well. Have good diet, have a good sleep, don't get sleepless night, because your health is also very important. And at the same time, keep a mental balance, fix your study hours, and decide your timing, because every subject is important. You cannot be partial to mathematics only or to science only. You must have to devote timing for all the subjects equally. But mathematics needs a lot of practice, so keep on practicing at least 1 hour every day. Things will be always in your memory. You will be always answering all the questions, because whatever you have done for the last 2 years, it's not your fault. It's the fault of the destiny. It's the fault of the humankind, that they are very cruel. They spray these viruses, and they have spoiled the studies of the kids, of the global kids. The global kids have been, unprivileged because they did not go to school. This is not the condition with you only. This is the condition with the whole community of the students that they have suffered a lot. Now it's time to buckle up, to keep your hope up and keep trying. You will get success. Thank you. Meeting you in the next lecture.